Every so often, the internet will grant us with a character that is so powerful, so self-serious, so painfully unaware, that you almost have to respect the confidence. And today, that honor goes to a man who has crowned himself Lord Babylon. Yes, Lord, not Sir, not Mr., Lord. Because nothing screams alpha male like naming yourself after an ancient empire that collapsed. So first, let's get a feel for who this guy is. If you somehow avoided this corner of TikTok, congratulations on maintaining your mental health. I envy you. Lord Babylon is one of those creators who speaks like every video is a prophecy. You don't watch his TikToks, you witness them. He stares into the camera like it personally offended him and then delivers a monologue like how women are ruined in today's modern age, how men are the real oppressed group, and how society would collapse without guys like him. Which is interesting because society seems to be doing just fine without guys like him talking about women so gracefully. Incels, okay? We've all seen them. We've all heard of the incels. But just what are they? Incels are self-proclaimed people, usually of an online community, that like to say they can't attract women. They can't do it. And maybe there's a reason behind that. Folks, we're going to be looking at the internet's biggest incel. Just really think of one. Think of the incel in your mind, and then I'm going to show you him. And you're going to tell me if it's exactly what you thought. Exactly what you thought, huh? Yeah. Just so you can really get an idea who this guy is, I'm going to put a video on screen, and I'm just going to let you watch, okay? This is the video that I was introduced to him from. I'll just let you watch.
One of the biggest beta male things a man can ever say about his woman is this. I'm her biggest fan. I'm her biggest fan. I'm her biggest fan. I'm her biggest fan. Gentlemen, the moment I hear those set of words coming out of your mouth, you have immediately lost all my respect. The fact that you just said you're your woman's biggest fan tells me everything I need to know. You are a fucking cuck. You are a simp. And you are a bitch.
What are your thoughts? Because I have a couple. You know, Lord Babylon, he doesn't just talk. He lectures. He has that very specific vibe of, I read half a Wikipedia article on ancient Rome, and now I'm qualified to explain gender dynamics. Okay, we're gonna take it to our non-bachelors. We're gonna take it to our taken fellas. And we're gonna ask them what they think. We're gonna ask them if this point is correct. That's my boyfriend. Thank you. It's so interesting. It really, really is. He has a very specific mindset of saying, essentially, you can't love your partner because they will cheat on you. Specifically, a man cannot love a woman and express that because she will cheat on him if he does. Ladies, let me know. Would you cheat on a man who loves you a lot? Now, the core of the Lord Babylon cinematic universe is his relationship with women, which is mostly theoretical. Okay? According to him, women are manipulative masterminds. Dating apps are conspiracies, and feminism personally showed up at his doorstep and stole his girlfriend. I don't think this man has ever touched a woman in his life. And, you know, is that something crazy to say? Is that a hot take? Here's the thing. He talks about women like they're a system instead of like people. Back in the day, women knew their place. Yeah, and back in the day, people thought bloodletting cured diseases. Okay, times change. What makes Lord Babylon so fascinating isn't just what he says, it's how certain he is. He speaks with the confidence of a man who has never once said, maybe I'm the problem. Because in his universe, if women don't like you, then the women are broken. If you're lonely, then it's society that's failed you. If people disagree, then they're sheep. Alright? It's never, maybe I should work on myself. No. Self-reflection is beta behavior. You heard it here, folks. Yeah.
Men, these are exactly the sort of men you need to stop listening to.
And why is that?
Trying to pretend they're confident about the advice they're giving on women, but in fact have their duets and stitches turned off on their main account.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had my stitches and duets turned off. Oops.
Babylon is exactly what it looks like when a man cannot accept that he has made himself so repulsive to women.
Now here we go with the insults.
But the only thing left is for him to desperately scrounge for the approval of other likewise weak-minded men who cannot accept when a woman says no.
Followed by another insult.
The reason why these men always look unhappy, and it's not because they figured out the secret to getting women's interest.
How am I unhappy exactly?
For a good reason that men who create that kind of content never have one of these on their finger.
The wedding ring! The wedding ring! It burns!
Good reason that men who make this kind of content are always so desperate for the approval of other men.
You're just like everyone else, Razorblade Cactus. You're just like everybody else that comes after me. No arguments and nothing but insults. Like, I'm sorry that I don't put women up on a pedestal. I'm sorry you're probably miserable in your life right now. And I'm sorry that your life is so dependent on female validation. But see, here's the thing. It's people like you that make it too easy. Y'all are just way too predictable. You can never attack me with any arguments. Just insults. Me? I can not only insult you, but I can also counter you at the same time. You gotta be at least 3-dimensional to be able to troll me. You're 1-dimensional, I'm 6-dimensional. I know where you're coming, where you're gonna strike, how you're gonna attack, before you even make your move. So the difference between you and me is, you're basically throwing pebbles at a tank. I don't just got an arsenal, I got a whole armada, bitch. And the fact that you just said that I'm repulsive to women sounds a lot like projection, buddy. You're just mad at the fact that I don't have the same beliefs as you when it comes to dating and relationships. And so you hate me for that. Therefore, I'm repulsive to women. Projection and deflection at its finest. Making all these empty insults, yet you don't even have the balls to attack me with any argument. That says an awful lot about you. So if I were you, Razorblade Cactus, I'd take that fucking wedding ring and I'd fucking shove it. You hate what you can't control. Like, I'm so sorry you might be the wife in your marriage, but please, go on. Get out of here. You're welcome.
And here's the uncomfortable truth. People watch Lord Babylon and other creators like this because they're content gold. He's the human version of, I shouldn't be here, but I can't stop scrolling. It's like watching a car accident outside. It's horrible, it's horrific, and you know that you shouldn't be finding any sort of joy in this, but you kind of do. He's not dangerous because he's powerful. He's dangerous because he packages insecurity as ideology.
Look, if you're gonna come into my inbox and call me an incel, make sure you don't have this as your profile picture. And make sure you don't have this in your bio. Because it really gives an impression. It gives the impression that you believe that getting laid is the most important thing in a man's life.
And some of his takes are really gross, okay? He describes people in such a, he just has such a way with words. I'm gonna play this video. Alright, I'll let you see. Just how great it is.
And this is why Camel Toe lost the election. Oh, that's not why she lost? She didn't lose the election because of Megan, Cardi, Beyonce, she didn't lose because of them. Now I'm convinced that most of your favorite celebrities that you worship so much, and they voted for this cunt, they're bought and sold. I'm just happy I'm not one of them. But yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. You're welcome.
As if everything he says isn't more and more proof that he's never been in a stable or happy relationship in his life. This is the icing on the cake. Okay? Literally, what does this mean? What could this possibly mean? If you want to have a long-lasting relationship, if you want to have a healthy relationship, you don't rush into things. You tell people you want to set boundaries. You want to take things slow. That's how that works. And yeah, it might not be for everybody, but when you look at the statistics, it tends to work. And I think this guy has never tried it. Really, like, have you ever tried taking it slow with a woman? Have you ever tried doing something meaningful for a woman? It might work. I mean, this guy, he's not a terrible looking dude. He's just a huge misogynist. The definition of an incel. And his chest hair also looks like this. So I really don't know what that says about him.
I'm in love. I'm in love for the first time in my life. I'm in love.
I found a video of a guy debating Dean Withers that Lord Babylon had reposted, and I'm 99% sure that it's actually Lord Babylon debating Dean Withers. I'm just gonna play a clip from this just so you can really see the intelligence in this guy's head, alright?
Or I could literally insert any other claim with certain evidence that it's what he wants to do, but then if he hasn't done it yet, you'll just merely be like, do you really think he wants to do that? So that didn't actually rebuttal any of my claims. Try again. But try harder this time, bud.
Okay, the fact that you just said that Trump supports slavery and he wants to overturn the Constitution, why would you even think he supports slavery? Why would you even think that?
Basically, that whole video was him defending Donald Trump by saying, but does he actually want to do that? How would he do that? How would he do that? I don't know, dude. By doing it? Dean Withers was talking about Trump wanting to forcefully expel the Palestinians from their land, from the Gaza Strip, and he's like, well, how would they do that? Well, how would he do that? What does forcefully expel mean? Buzzwords. Buzzwords, my guy. Alright, you gotta get your vocab up. He hears a couple words, and it's like jingle, 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 jingle. I said your favorite word. I said women. I said incel. I said racism. I said Trump. I said Trump is bad. Oh no. Oh no. Your fragile little ego. Oh no. Now, this guy's whole shtick being complaining about women, talking about women, when he's never actually had any. Really? Really, dude? You're complaining about women that you just can't get. The worst part about this guy is he's so serious. This is not satire. He is looking into the camera and he genuinely believes all of these things that he's saying. He does not have that many followers. I mean, he has more than I do. But, like, he can't be getting much money from this, if any at all. I think you have to have 10,000 followers to be a part of the creator fund. So, he's just doing this to do it. He's doing this just to get his thoughts out there. And it's really, really disturbing that there are people like this who think like this. So close-mindedly. Speaking of, you know.
Nah.
Dude looks like Wolverine if he was a sex offender. He looks like if you asked AI to make a Discord mod. He's 1,000% banned from every public library. His account is complaining about women he'll never get.
You know when you can't argue against somebody, so you have to insult them? Loser. That means I'm right. The balls of some people. Y'all are so pissed that I don't put women up on a pedestal. Oh no. Clearly you perceive me as someone that doesn't place sex at such a high regard, and you hate me for that. Keep up with the insults, because all you're doing is proving me right. You're welcome, fucking loser.
He made this post about not giving women a seat on the bus. I'll play it for you.
I will not give up my seat for any woman, ever.
He then compares himself to Rosa Parks and says that if Rosa Parks isn't giving up her seat, neither will he. Rosa Parks was a part of a massive civil rights movement. What is this guy doing for us? I'll wait. Yeah. And these takes really do just get worse and worse. It's almost like he's trying to encapsulate what energy and what attention Andrew Tate got from making content like this, and he's trying to repeat it, but in just such a worse way. He really is just failing at everything. And I don't mean to dog on this guy, but really? So, I hope you enjoyed learning something. I hope I ruined your day just as much as this guy ruined mine. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, and anybody in between, don't be like this guy. Please don't be like him. Anyway, I hope you loved that video. I hope you want to see more like this. Hit that little subscribe button and tell me what you think. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts.